The last thing we'll look at in relation to Excel is using OneDrive for Business as a place to store those Excel files and then being able to connect to them from Power BI. And that also creates kind of a live connection to that Excel file. So any changes that happen in that Excel file will automatically get picked up in Power BI. So I've got an Excel file already uploaded to my OneDrive for Business here. Just a simple sales report. And when I open it in OneDrive for Business, you can see I've got a pivot table on one sheet, and I've got another sheet here which has got some Power View content in it. So this is actually a workbook that had Power Pivot in the data model setup and Power View sheets as well. Now if I go over to Power BI, I can go and connect to that workbook. All I need to do, go to Get Data. I'm going to bring in a file. And again, this time I'm going to choose the OneDrive for Business option. So as I said, connecting to OneDrive for Business like this means that you have a live connection to that file. So whenever anything happens, like if you go and add more rows to the Excel tables, or if you go and update the Power View reports or the data model, those changes will get synchronized to Power BI as well. So I'm going to select the file and hit Connect. Now I get an option here. I can either import that data into Power BI, and what that's going to do is connect the two together and actually go and create Power BI reports and a Power BI data model within Power BI. The data stays in OneDrive, and it's just being refreshed then on a schedule as you would do for any other data refresh. The other option on the right-hand side is to leave all of that stuff in Excel and just view it, the charts, pivot tables, worksheets, everything that's in that file through Power BI. So let's start with the import option. This will start processing the file, and as I said, that's going to split it up into a data model and into Power BI reports. It's going to be pulling out those Power View sheets into reports. So I can see here's the data set, and the report is just being loaded. So I've got the same charts and graphs from that Power View sheet copied over here. Now it is worth noticing that if I make any changes to the Excel file, changes to the Power View sheets there, it'll overwrite changes in this Power BI report. I'm going to delete those and go through the process again to talk about the other option. So again, I'll go to Get Data, Files, OneDrive for Business. And this time, let's just do the connection option. So I'm just leaving that content in OneDrive for Business and just surfacing it, just viewing it through Power BI. So now we'll see over on the left-hand side, rather than the data set and report being created, I just see the report. And you can see on the left-hand side, there's a little Excel icon to show you that this is something that's being managed through Excel. But now if I click on this, I get a few different options. I can either view it or edit this. And when I click View, it'll go and open it through Excel Services. If I choose Edit, it'll open it in Excel Services in edit mode. And I can do things like scheduling the refresh for this as well. When I hit that, I get through to the same schedule refresh screen as I would do for any other data set within Power BI. But you can see I'm now on this Workbooks tab. This Workbooks tab gives me all of the Excel sheets that are being managed through Power BI and the credentials and gateway status, etc. for all of those. I have to do the same thing as I would have done with other sources in terms of telling Power BI what credentials to use. And I'd set up the schedule for the refresh in just the same way. Under here, I've got the option to say, go and keep my data up to date, and then specify the frequency with which it will go and refresh. And what that's actually doing is going over to OneDrive and saying, okay, OneDrive, we need you to go and refresh this Excel workbook. We need you to go and do the refresh as if it was just going through OneDrive, but it's Power BI that's managing it. Power BI that's managing the schedule, and Power BI that's storing the credentials and things that the refresh happens with. And again, you'll need the personal gateway set up if you're going to go and connect back to any on-premises sources through that Excel workbook. So that's it. It's as simple as uploading that to your OneDrive for Business, uploading your Excel workbooks to OneDrive for Business, and then connecting to it through Power BI and setting up the data refresh from there.